Being born a human must suck. Imagine you're on a date with your girl, you're about to propose to her, everything is going fine until you look up in the sky and you just see Kid Boo charging up a pink ball and he throws it at planet Earth. I would be mad. I just spent all this money for a ring. I just planned out this entire wedding, and then you're telling me Boo wants to come out here and destroy the planet? Now, yes, they are going to use the Dragon Balls. Now, yes, they are going to revert everything back to how it originally was. But if I die for the third time in the span of a week, I am going to start crashing out. I'm going to start doing stupid shit. You have to think about it. They don't know that when they die, it's somebody else reviving them. They don't know Goku is summoning Shenron and making it so anybody who's killed by, let's say, Frieza, Piccolo, Kid Buu, Cell is getting revived because those people killed them. So you have to think about it. If I die 10 times in a row and I come back every single time, I'm going to start thinking, I can't die. I'm going to start thinking either I am crazy or I can't die. So when I'm going crazy in a mental asylum because I have died over 8 times in a row, and now, because of that, I'm literally losing all my friends, losing all my money, and now I'm just a nobody in the middle of the planet, then that's my fault. But when I go around and I start killing people, because again, every time I die, I come back. So I'm just becoming a serial killer. I'm just robbing people. I don't care what happens to my life because every time I die, I come back. And then when I get shot with a shotgun in the back of my head and it says that, and I don't come back, I would crash the fuck out. Because what do you mean I don't come back? What do you mean this specific time I don't come back? I don't know about Goku. I don't know about Gohan. I all I remember is some big dude with green hair blowing up the planet and I come back. So now what's different now? And even then, hypothetically, let's say you don't go insane from all of that. You have to think about how many people did die that didn't get revived back. Because listen, the planet, let's say Kid Buu is on the south equator and you live on the north equator, right? Kid Buu charges up his pink ball. He throws it at the planet. Everybody in that vicinity, let's just say it devours like three-fourths of the planet. And then it destroys the Earth's core. It did not hit the fourth quarter of the planet. Nobody on that side died due to Kid Buu. They died due to the planet erupting. Now, most of the time, this isn't any anime. They obviously all survive. But we can use a genie, for example. Let's say Shenron is a genie. Shenron grants the exact wishes that, the Saiyans want. But in original folklore, genies do not grant the exact wishes you want. They are tricksters, they do not care about you, and they physically will never care about anything that you do. So they wish for it, and then I don't come back to life because let's say the planet core exploding killed me. Kid Buu didn't kill me. No, 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 no. Cell's Kamehameha that went through the entire Earth, that didn't kill me. But guess what killed me? The core exploding and the whole planet blowing up. That's what killed me. So now I'm gonna have to stay in hell my entire life because Vegeta didn't want to kill Buu, something that I couldn't control. Not because I went crazy and started robbing people, not because I went crazy and did something to myself in a mental asylum, but no, because Vegeta didn't want to kill Kid Buu and wanted to turn into a Majin. Now I have to pay the consequences and live in hell my entire life. Get out of my face! Get out of my face! Living in the Dragon Ball Z verse would genuinely suck. And let's not even get onto the movies. Before Frieza died, they were literally colonizing the planets. If you go through my old content, you know I said Frieza was a good person. I fully believe Frieza was a good person for killing the Saiyans. He should have killed the Saiyans. The Saiyans deserved it. The Saiyans were genocidal freaks who at least every single one of them killed at least 1,000 people by themselves. All of the Saiyans are horrible people, and I fully stand on that. But imagine you are a random working citizen. You have a job. You have a family. You have bills to pay. You love everything. And then the Ginyu Force come to your planet, eradicate all of your citizens, and then put a blue flag and say, hey, we had to, kill you guys so you can live under us. And while I would say, is that a bad option for you? Yes. Okay. Is it necessary? Probably yes. 'Cause listen. There is war all over the planets, right? In space. So when Frieza came and he put and conquered your planet, while all of you die and get stuck, he's gonna put banners on all the planets and unite all the planets and then enslave all you guys. But at least you guys won't die to war. Like I would rather be enslaved than die. I mean, no, I would not be enslaved at all. Like I would put a bullet through my brain. Like being seriously, like I would not be wanting any of those options. But a lot of people would rather be enslaved than die, right? So hypothetically, but listen. So now you're enslaved or you're dead from the Ginyu Force until you die because Frieza wants to be born a genocidal maniac. Or hypothetically, Beerus just wakes up. Beerus been oversleeping his job, so he needs to destroy 3 random planets. He's like, what planet should I destroy today? He looks up. He does an any, mini, miny, mo. You did absolutely nothing wrong your entire life. He cocks up a Hakai, throws it at your planet, teleports, throws it at another planet, teleports, throws it at another planet, and then goes back to sleep for the next 10 years of his life. And guess what? When you are Hakai, well, no, he usually doesn't spam Hakai like that. But let's say he just blows to the planet. So now you are in hell because of a dude who wanted to skip his job, because of a dude who just didn't do his job, so now he had to do overtime. Are we serious? Are we serious? Being a human in Dragon Ball Z has to be top 10 worst experiences. Everybody on Earth got Subaru's powers. Everybody on Earth is going to have to probably go insane, and everybody on Earth got to deal with some stupid bullshit. Imagine you want to spend your entire life looking for the Dragon Balls because your whole family died because a guy wants to slaughter all of you, right? Let's say the guy who went insane for our last hypothetical, he slaughtered this entire guy family. So you want to go and get the Super Dragon Balls, right? Right before you're about to go make your wish, Bulma collects all the balls and she literally wishes to have her body young again. If you guys seen the Dragon Ball Universe 3 trailer, you know Bulma is still alive. And if you watch the Dragon Ball superhero movie, you know Bulma was using her wishes to get a fresh new BBL, to keep her skin tight, and to make sure she still looked young. Meaning she's basically wishing for immortality. Every time she gets old and saggy, she uses the Dragon Balls and makes her body pure again. Fresh BBLs with no surgeon. And now you gotta wait an entire year before your family dies. Before your family dies. And let's be completely honest. It took Goku and Bulma a long time to get the Dragon Balls. In the original show, a lot of you guys didn't watch the original show. But it's even worse because they had the radar. They had other powerful allies. They had Yamcha. They had Goku. They met Olaf. They met who was the original the 10 nomad people under Korn's Tower. They had Android 8 and they were still struggling to win. They were fighting against demons. Now imagine you. You never trained under Master Roshi. You didn't do anything. And you gotta go and fight against Tao Pai Pai? You are getting a needle thrown through your head, no hesitation, all because you wanted to revive your grandmama. And even still, let's say you are strong. You are not making it there before Bulma. Oh, yeah, they had Chi Chi too. In the original Dragon Ball, Chi Chi was a fighter. Bulma has a flying machine. Bulma has the radar, right? So let's say she revives, she gets her BBL, right? You guys do know there's a time limit on how long it takes you to revive somebody, right? Let's say, I think it's 10 years. Bulma's probably going to get the Dragon Balls for every 10 years. And when they do get the Dragon Balls, they store the Dragon Balls in a random place on planet Earth because they don't want evil people getting the Dragon Balls. So now when let's say you have 6 Dragon Balls, but Bulma has the last Dragon Ball in a secret bunker every year so that no evil person gets the Dragon Balls. And now, because Bulma want to be a greedy bitch and reach out for a BBL every 2 years, your grandma's time limit passed, and now you can never revive your grandmama again. Point is, it is hell. It is hell. If you watch Dragon Ball, if you genuinely just think about it, being a human in the Dragon Ball verse has to be top 10 worst experiences you will ever experience. There is what other verses can you say is worse than a Dragon Ball verse? I say One Piece. One Piece is probably the only verse It's bad. Oh yeah, especially right. If you guys literally watch the Dragon Ball Z Gods movie, right? Beerus and Goku literally were fighting. Beerus threatened to destroy the entire planet. Imagine you are a regular human and you just chilling around. And now you're gonna die because Boo went to be a fat ass and eat all the pudding. You didn't exist. You did absolutely nothing. You was in the room playing 2K, losing 6 games in a row. Next second, you're in hell because Boo wanted to go and eat all the pudding. Are we serious? Are we serious? No, no. It's the top 10 worst verses ever. Nah, no, no, no. If I have, let me just. This is an added portion. Top 10 worst verses ever. It has to be. Let me think. We got One Piece is somewhere in there. Attack on Titan is somewhere in there. Any vampire anime is somewhere in there. What's that one vampire anime? Like the start where like Dracula had a girlfriend and then his girlfriend was put on a stake and burnt because she was talking to the vampire. Blah 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 blah. That verse sucks. Overall, it's just a crazy. But there's a lot of bad verses in there. I gotta make a video on that. Top 10 worst verses. And I put like Attack on Titan, Castlevania. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good video idea. I say I'd get like 50 views, 70 views, maybe 20, probably 20. That's realistic. All right, we're gonna think about that when I'm on my own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe. I hope you guys do not die and get reincarnated in the Dragon Ball Z verse. Top 10 worst verses ever. You're probably going insane within a week. Um, I hope you guys liked, sub, and goodbye. Okay, listen, I just did my further research. Let me correct some things before we end this video. He did use the memories to wipe away the memories of Boo killing people, hypothetically, right? That's what he did do. So you don't remember Boo, but it's still the same thing. You literally take that same exact argument and you can use it for every other human being, right? It happened with Cell. It happened with the androids. It happens with every other arc. It only got erased in the Boo saga. And even still, Shenron isn't that strong. Shenron abilities were locked down. So the wish was the revival of everyone who died from Boo's rampage. The wish was everyone who died from Boo's rampage. Now, hypothetically, you can say Boo's rampage means Boo destroying everything. Everything Boo's destroyed gets revived, right? Hypothetically, you could say that. It also might mean Boo's rampage might mean everybody that Boo directly killed by himself. It's one or the other. And even if hypothetically, right, that is true, Boo went to the afterlife and he was killing people in the afterlife. There was an episode where he flew to the afterlife, killed people. People who die in the afterlife can never come back. So it sucks. You go to the future arc, androids, they literally and killed everybody. They killed every human they seen. They killed Gohan. They killed randoms. And guess what? Even if hypothetically, it's okay because the future arc. The future arc is the canon timeline, right? That's what I'd always thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a LARPer. I always thought the future arc was the canon timeline. But to make it even worse, Zeno erased everybody in that timeline because Marisa Masu took it over. When you get erased, you never come back. You are erased from existence. Everybody in that universe is not dead. They're not gone. These are regular humans. They do not know how to fight. They did not engage in anything that Zamasu wouldn't like. They are just normal people. If you want to get mad at Zamasu was completely right, by the way. Zamasu went and got mad at Goku because he killed Boo, and then he wished for Boo to come back alive so he could fight him again. He killed Frieza, but he killed Frieza not because he was a good person, but because he wanted to just if you the whole good Superman arc, like the Superline line and stuff, that was all in Toei Animation. In the original like text, he was not being a good person. He literally was fighting him to fight him and for revenge and stuff like that, right? And then every person that he has fought, when he fought Cell, he gave Cell a senzu bean. So that's really why he was like, hey, this guy's a horrible person. And he's using the gods' powers. He needs to die. All humans like him need to die. So imagine you're a regular human. You did absolutely nothing. And now, because Goku and them want to be horrible people, you get erased and you never come back. Your whole family, You don't have any afterlife. I know a lot of you guys are debating heaven or hell. Is that real? What if we're in a simulation? What if this is a AI? What if blah 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 blah? What if this is a VR headset? Right? Hypothetically, that might all be true. We don't know the afterlife, but what we know for sure is for them is that they aren't in heaven. They aren't in hell. They are in a complete black void for the rest of eternity. They are erased, and there is nothing you can do about it. It is unreversible, and that is because they were born a human in the Dragon Ball Z verse. It's over. It's over. Long story short, it's over. Like, do not be born a human, and especially in the future timeline. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe. It sucks. It really does suck being born. I just had to come back to that. But goodbye, guys.